Dear students, moving further on the same topic of physical method of insect control, today I would be discussing the same under the head as part 2. Today we would be discussing active methods under this main head of pest control. In this comes cleaning. Now, cleaning is a common post-harvest treatment. Cleaning alone may be insufficient and often needs to be followed by another treatment. One variation of cleaning is the soapy water and wax treatment. It consists of immersion of cherimoyas and limes in soapy water for 20 seconds, a rinse, and then immersion in a wax coating, specially meant for fruits. The wax physically immobilizes any mites that remain after washing. This treatment shows promise against a number of small surface infesting pests of fruits. Pressure. Baling hay at a pressure of 10.3 megapascals for 1 day has been observed to kill 100% of the cereal leaf beetle. Similarly, baling hay at 7.85 megapascals. In addition to this pressure, fumigation with phosphine gas for 7 days satisfies Japanese requirements of hay at risk for importation of Haitian fly Meotiola destructor. So these are the examples which have been associated that by giving a pressure, certain insects are killed, they can be prevented from attack. Polishing. Polishing is an industrial process consisting of rubbing off the pericarp of, specifically if we talk about certain grains, and in this case rice grains. Polishing to a weight loss of 11% of rice grains causes 40% acute mortality in rice weevil, Cytophilus oryzae, eggs, followed by another 40% mortality owing to the poor suitability of polished rice grains. So if the rice grains are polished, then the infestation, specifically if we talk about the rice weevil, which is Cytophilus oryzae, is less, it is reduced. Sound. Sound at frequencies less than 20 Hz can be defined as infrasound and ultrasound at frequencies higher than 16 kHz than human audibility. Sound propagating in a medium is attenuated at a rate approximately proportional to frequency. Ultrasounds propagate well underwater but not in air. All insects contain microscopic stable gas bodies that can oscillate under the influence of ultrasound. Abnormal development of Drosophila melanogaster has been observed to be resulted from these oscillations. Acoustical sensors can be used to automatically monitor insect populations in stored grain. Timely insect detection and control can improve food safety and reduce the use of insecticides. So because we are talking about the physical methods, and physical methods comprise of all these things like the pressure, the sound and so on. So actually sound, if we say that it is not going to control, but yes, it can be used for modifying certain things, like it has been observed that abnormal development of Drosophila melanogaster has been observed under certain oscillations. Similarly, sounds can be used to detect the insect population. So they can be made use of for the management of insect pest. May not be directly killing the insect pest, but for their management. We can have an idea, we can adjust what is the number, what is the population. So if that can be adjusted, yes, now that means this is high time that the control measure strategies should be opted. Stock destruction. In Central Texas, stock shredding of cotton plants before winter results in 85% to 90% larval mortality of pink bollworm, that is Pectinophora gossypiala, and winter burial of stock by ploughing causes 75 to 80% ploughable mortality. Now, Pectinophora gossypiala is a very major pest of cotton, known as the pink bollworm, and this has been observed that if the remaining stalks, once the cotton is taken, the remaining part which remains is known as the stalk, and if and that in that part, the insects hibernate, so that when next crop is sown, these have a large infestation. So if that is checked, if it could be checked at any stage, so stop destruction. If this is done, then the larvae of Pectinophora gossypiala, which are ready for the next attack, they are killed, and hence we can save the next crop from infestation. Pneumatic. Insect pests can be dislodged from plants using blown or aspirated air. Blowing uses energy more efficiently to dislodge insects from plants, but blown insects must be collected. Mobile insects such as ligers or Bemisia are more likely to be efficiently removed than insects that cling to plants such as Colorado potato beetle adults and larvae. Aspirating inlets can be located closer to plants that are flexible, resulting in a more efficient aspiration. Now, aspiration is the sucking of insects. So, with the help of aspiring tubes, very delicate and light insects, they can be collected or they can be blown off. And if they are blown off, you have to be very particular. After blowing, you need to collect them, because if you just simply blow them, the insects from one plant will just move into the some other plant. So they need to be collected, so that they don't infest another plant. And yes, the insects should not be able to, they should not possess certain, their legs should not have the clinging part, so that they attach to the plant so strongly that they cannot be blown with the air. So that is important when we talk about this pneumatic method of insect pest control. Mechanical impact. Disinfestation of wheat grain or wheat flour in mills by impacting machines, they are the entolator, has been routinely used for more than 50 years in the flour industry to destroy all insect stages. Now these are impacting machines, which are the entolators, and these are, with the impact, they result in the destroying of the insect stages, specifically when we talk about the wheat grain and wheat flour. Thermal. Temperature control is widely used in post-harvest to slow down degradation to produce caused by physiological processes, pathogens and insects. For control of insects, both high and low temperature can be effective. Temperature, rate of temperature change and duration of exposure are contributing factors. Definitely, temperature is very important factor which controls the growth and development of an insect, and therefore both the high temperature as well as low temperature, depending upon the insect species and insect stage, they are very important. So not only the temperature but also the rate of temperature change, how it is changing with time, and the duration of exposure is very important. So you must have seen that, specifically when we clean the grains like wheat and rice, we spread it in the sunshine, so that the temperature is high and the insect stages are killed with exposure to temperature. Cold storage. One of the oldest and most widely used quarantine treatments is storage of fresh commodities at 0.6 plus minus 3.3 plus degrees centigrade for 7 to 90 days, depending on the pest and temperature. It is used on a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, and this is the reason we use refrigerators in our houses to store fruits and vegetables, and certain other stored commodities are also stored in the refrigerator from preventing from the infestation of insects. Freezing for at least 1 day will generally kill most insects that are not in diapause. Quick freezing at temperatures 15 plus minus certain degree usually will kill diaposing insects. Heated air. Quarantine treatments using heated air were used during the first Mediterranean fruit fly infestation in Florida in 1929. So as early as 1929, these control measures have been in use. These treatments expose commodities to air at temperatures in the range of 43 to minus 52 plus minus for a few to many hours. So there are these treatments are also very effective in controlling the insect pests and have been employed in different regions from very early times. Although nowadays these are not very beneficial and employed, but yes, these were used and therefore are being considered for your syllabus. Thank you.